Fox takes you deep into the heart of Texas.
Y'all catch a Seinfeld show last night?
You see that part where dang old George come in there and talk about taking his old bourbon? Kramer come sliding in. Just, always do that. Them dang old New York boys. Just a show about nothing.
King of the Hill premieres in 2 weeks.
I see you've got our December catalog there.
Yeah, but you got so many great deals, I don't know where to start.
Maybe I can help.
Okay. Where do I find Billy Blaze's Blaze Buster with simulated shopping action, Hot Wheels Fireball Racetrack, Leap Pad Interactive Book, Darby the Dog, Talking Makeover Barbie Head, Where's the Men's Room, and How do I Open a Gift Registry?
Piece of cake. Next display, action, adventure, Imaginarium, third shelf behind you, Barbie shop, left corner, you don't need a key, and I'll start the paperwork while you shop.
Thank you.
No matter what you're looking for, chances are we've got it. Holidays at Toys R Us. We're ready. Are you?
Please, sir, I'm an endangered species.
How can you find great holiday gifts? Easy. Go to America Online keyword eBay. You can find a gift for that aspiring director in your family. Get your sis into the swing of things. Or maybe some DVDs for that friend who never gets off the couch. At AOL keyword eBay, you'll find brand new gifts for everyone every time you visit. You can find practically anything and get a great deal right now. You'll even find each and every doll on her wish list. Get all of your holiday shopping done easily with eBay and America Online. So easy to use, no wonder it's #1.
Sitcom, all ye faithful, a Christmas podcast special. And for the 5th time I discuss 25 Christmas sitcom episodes. Please come and listen as we count down to Christmas. You should see Mr. Wilson, Tom Hanks, and Danny Thomas. Sherman Hemsley will return, and we head back to Springfield. We're definitely spending Christmas in Springfield.
Christmas!
Happy Monday, everybody, and welcome back to Sitcom, all ye faithful. It is day 22, December 22nd, which means for the 22nd day in a row, I am here talking Christmas sitcoms with each and every one of you. But I am not alone today. Joining me once again in the Geek Mentality studio, joining me once again in the Joggist studio is a friend, is a longtime friend going all the way back to college. And I was stalling because I wanted to count how many times he's been on the show. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Joining me now for the 10th time on Geek Mentality is my good friend, Jason. Jason, happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
and welcome to the show. The first time you joined me so many years back for Marchie McFly. And then you came on to Sitcom, All Ye Faithful, to talk a little Steve Urkel. But after that, you put your foot down and you said, we're not talking Urkel anymore. You chose what we're going to be talking about. And for the next 3 years and today, we're talking about the same show. Jason, what show is that?
It's Mike Judge's King of the Hill.
Mike Judge's King of the Hill that you've been watching for years.
Yes.
And I've now watched 4 episodes because
it's your 4th episode.
This is my 4th episode because we've done this for 4 years.
And every year you say you might watch. You might watch.
I say it every year. I'm like, and there's a part of me that wants to, and another part of me that doesn't, because then I get to come back every year and say the same thing. Say, oh, I get to watch another episode. This, I maybe I'll watch it now. There's never been one time where I finished it and said, I don't care for it. Never.
Not for me.
Never. Every time I watch it, I go, why didn't I watch this?
This one
why
was
am I
funny
not
too.
watching it? Yeah, this one was a great one too. And did you watch the new season?
No.
So do you know about this on Hulu?
I know there's a new season, but I didn't think it was out already.
Yes,
I thought that was coming soon.
No, that it is out. Let me double check on that.
That's out. Oh, I had no idea.
King of the Hill season 14 came out in August. So it's been out since August. And it looks like it's been confirmed for a season 15. So you're getting more King of the Hill with and everyone's aged up. That's one thing. I think they made Bobby an adult now.
Oh, really?
And
I got to see this thing. I need to see, but somebody passed away, right?
Well, the guy who played what the hell is his name? The one of his friends, the main friend who's not Bill and not the guy who can't talk. Where is he?
Dale?
Dale, yes. I believe Dale's character, that the guy who played Dale, he passed away a couple of years ago. I think they have a new person playing. So it was Johnny Hardwick played Dale Gribble. And now that voice, let me look that up because, hey, who cares? We make Dale Gribble new voice is, Toby Huss took over. Who's the voice of Cotton Hill.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and he's been in a ton of movies and stuff, and Michael Myers killed him in one of the Halloweens, one of the reboots. Okay. So that it's funny because I'm listening to this, and I'm going, wait, that's also Stephen Root. The boss that's definitely Stephen Root doing that voice, and before we give away the guest, quote unquote, guest star of the show, there was a small part of me that thought it was actually him that came on to do the voice of the show. I thought, that's because it is kind of a message of habitat of humanity for humanity and everything, and it wasn't. It was just a voice actor who does the show.
Yeah,
does a voice for the show. Yes, because today we are talking about the season 6, episode 4 episode of King of the Hill. The Father, the Son, and JC. Wait a minute. Did I say that wrong?
No, I think you said that right.
It is the Father. Okay. I'm just going to wait for a second so I know where to edit that out. So when I do it on Zoom, if I leave a space, I'm like that. I know that's where I screwed up and I can go back and just edit it. So
okay. I thought you don't do any edits. Why are you doing
I know
edits?
I wasn't going to, but then
people want it raw and unfiltered. They want to hear these, like they're with us. Almost.
You know what?
We're like real people.
I just did it. We just decided I'm not editing it. Screw it. They're going to be like, he made that mistake. And then they're going to listen in and they're going to go, oh my God, he got bullied into not making that mistake. And I did. I got coerced. It's fine. It's actually way better. We're keeping it
Mikey
in.
C, he's just like me.
We're going to leave this mistake in too. Shit. I just swore. Boom. It's in the show. Awesome. All right. So we are talking about the Father. We're going to add I'm going to add some shits in. I might edit a few C words. I might do that later. Season 6, episode 4, The Father, the Son, and JC, which originally aired December 16th, 2001. And I pulled up the TV listings for that evening of television. And what I didn't realize is that King of the Hill, I feel like it never got the full respect on Fox because it was on at 7:30 Sundays. But it might have actually had more viewers because it was on right after NFL. Like it went from the NFL postgame right into King of the Hill, then to the prime time. But before we get there, I'm going to talk about what's on the other networks that evening. On ABC, there was Winnie the Pooh and Christmas 2. I think we were too old and maybe too young to appreciate it, but too old.
I didn't see Christmas 1, so I probably wouldn't have wanted to be.
TOO, but I'm guessing it's a sequel. Followed by A Charlie Brown Christmas, which of course is a staple. Followed by what looks like a Christmas episode of Alias, which I never watched Alias.
No, I never watched Alias.
And then followed by an episode of The Practice, which I remember, but I never watched it. On CBS, there was 60 Minutes. At 8 o'clock, Touched by an Angel, followed by the CBS Sunday movie A Town Without Christmas from 2001. I've never heard of it. It's not The Year Without Christmas. It's not The Town Without Christmas. I'm going to say it's starring Jaleel White. No, it's not.
No.
Patricia Heaton.
No,
from,
that would have Heaton for
from
sure.
from Everybody Loves Raymond in the Middle. So that's the mom from that. So she was in a television Christmas
I would have
movie.
guessed the guy from Highway to Heaven. Was he in it?
Michael Landon. No, this
Michael
was.
Landon in there?
I think
He was already
he was
gone
already in
already?
heaven. I think he was
He
already in
left
heaven.
us already?
He took that highway straight to heaven.
Oh my
He
goodness.
took an exit off of it and went there.
Gone too soon.
He's gone
too soon.
way too soon. Unless you didn't like him, then it was like what took so long.
It was appropriate timing.
It was timed perfectly.
Yes.
On NBC, there was the NBC movie of the week. There was 2 NBC movies of the week. First was Ants, which was hey, let's make a Bug's Life. We call it Ants. We'll put Sylvester Stallone and Woody Allen in it. I think those are the voices.
Ants with a Z?
Ants with a Z, which I've never seen.
Ants, I haven't seen it either.
And then at 9:00 was the NBC movie of the week, Titanic, Part 1. So they cut up Titanic, I guess, over a couple nights or maybe over a couple of weeks. I don't know. Now we're also at the time where we have the other 2 networks. So we have UPN and WB. They're still around. On UPN that night, there was just something called, the only thing we see is The Legend of Tarzan. I don't see anything else listed on UPN on Sunday night. So I don't know what I don't have a full listing there, but on the WB, there's some shows that I remember, or at least one show. At 7:00 was Ripley's Believe It or Not, followed by a repeat episode of The Steve Harvey Show, where Steve was a principal, right? And that show was on for a while.
No, he was just a teacher.
He's just a teacher.
He was just a teacher. I don't believe it was I think that his love interest was the principal. Trust me, I've seen the show. Right. I've seen the show. But
I knew of it, and I remember going, who's this guy who got his own show? I didn't know he was like a stand-up comedian. I know he was already well known.
No, I wasn't familiar with his stand-up.
Yeah.
But I say, hey, black show, I'm in it. So,
followed by, I think this is a white show, but I can't tell by the title. The show is called Nikki. I believe it is Nikki.
Oh yeah, Nikki from Married with Children.
Nikki it's from the other show, the not Married with Children show, the one with the puppet that's like Married with Children.
Yes, the creators of Married with Children,
yes.
right? It's like an offshoot, but not an offshoot. But I think she was on the show once, right? They tried to launch it from there.
She may be, but she was on the Norm show that I already covered this year, so she was on that show. Okay. But the title of the episode is Millie Vanicki. So I don't know, maybe she's lip syncing. But
I don't know. I wasn't. I didn't watch. I didn't see any of those episodes. Trust me, I didn't. I wasn't glued to them.
You're like, Steve Harvey's done. Off. Good night.
Where's my Bible?
That was followed by 9:00. I don't know either of these shows. Off Center. Never heard of it. And Men, Women, and Dogs. No idea what any of that is.
I would miraculously just knock out right after that Nikki show. I don't know why. So I don't know what happened after.
Watch it.
5 minutes in, I just wake up in the next morning. What happened?
What happened?
Whoa. First 5 minutes of the Nikki show, and
it's all I
need.
It's
morning. Best sleep of my life.
So now we go to Fox, which is the network of question. And here's the funny thing about every show that I mentioned tonight. This is 2001. First, it was the end of the NFL postgame, so that was just a run over. At 7:30 was this episode of King of the Hill, which is still on as a reboot. At 8:00, The Simpsons, which is still on. At 8:30, Malcolm in the Middle, which is coming back with a reboot. At 9:00, The X-Files, which did get a reboot, but not currently, but is it had a somewhat recent, like maybe within the last 10 years, I feel like. Then at followed by that, well, it's a repeat. I don't know. This is weird. It says Family Guy was on. So, and that's still on, but it's weird because sometimes these listings show something at 10:00, and my Fox, we never showed anything after 10:00.
We went straight to news. It was like 10 o'clock news we had.
Unless some Fox affiliates went to 11:00. I don't know. Oh, like went put news at 11, but
maybe. Because I remember we would be on the East Coast, so I don't think they would get news at that same time. So many people in Central and Pacific probably would have another line of shows.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean? I doubt it's too early for news for those guys. People still
But-
got crimes to commit.
The sun's
Can't
still up.
report on them yet.
Gotta wait for the sun to go down to,
Yeah.
you know, do crimes.
Heist is a crime.
Yes. So this episode, the father, the son, and JC, I don't know if I'm just really liking it or is every time I watch it, I go, wait, maybe this was my favorite episode so far. I don't know. There was a lot of, like, the last one was crazy with Bill, just dressing up as his wife and everything. That was wild.
That was
this one
wild.
was just, there's a lot of great lines in this one. Some of them I wrote down, but like, even at the beginning, they go to some weird hardware store, and Bobby's like, "Dad, look, the world's best hammer." He's like, "Sears already sold me the world's best hammer, so somebody's lying." Cotton's wife. Oh, by the way, I had no idea that was Cotton's wife, and I was wondering who's this baby.
Mm-hmm.
So
he had a baby.
He had a baby, and I didn't know that until he
Late in
said,
life.
"You're a crybaby. If I want to see a crybaby, I'd see my own baby. You crybaby." And I do know that I've heard like this guy Richard Christie on the Stern Show talks about how he cried when Cotton died on King of the Hill. Said it was very sad. It hit him. It emotionally hit him. I didn't. So it's interesting.
I don't know if I've seen that episode.
Oh, spoiler! He's dead.
I think I knew that though.
He's not in the reboot, well, you never know. It's a cartoon.
I think I knew that, but yeah, that's an episode I'll watch.
I don't know when. It wasn't this episode. He made it through this episode, but his wife said shopping for him is easy. Either he likes what I got him and he's happy, or he hates it and he shoots it and he's happy. And I don't know this. Is this woman like? She seems kind of out of it. Dee Dee just seems like
I don't know enough. I know she's there, but I think there may be some like important episodes where they kind of like fleshed out her character and let you understand why she's like that. And I don't recall that episode. I may have seen it, but I don't really recall it, so I can't tell you exactly what her story is.
Yeah, it's almost. I wonder if Cotton just takes care of her, and that's why she's around. I don't know. But we see Cotton yell at Hank because he almost gets an ornament that says peace, and that's for hippies. They're a joy family, and I love that Hank gets a page that he thinks is a propane emergency, which he just assumes is a real thing, goes to the police station and finds out that his boss is drunk and needs a sober driver home. So it's funny because I thought, the show's mostly, it's going to be about him and the boss. And it kind of isn't really. It is for a moment, but it really just leads back to his dad, because on the way home, his dad, they go to the boss has him go to a Christmas tree lot, and the boss kind of likes the peace ornament. He smiles, and you see Hank kind of warms up to that, and then he buys Hank a tree. But then you realize this guy's kind of a prick because he has to do community service.
Yeah.
And his community service is Habitat for Humanity, and Hank is jealous. So he's like, well, why don't I make you the assistant manager of this job? Basically just getting him out of doing it, and Hank would jump at the chance to get to build a house, which is just, it's funny.
He's been on the waiting list for 2 years.
The waiting list for 2, which I didn't even think there was a thing. You'd think like any help they'd allow, but he's all excited to get him and get his friends to help. And he's so excited that he's like, I got to practice shoveling.
Yeah, he's great. Oh, you missed the point when he was in the DUI situation. He was like, "This is a false propane,
That's right.
Alarm." And he goes, "Well, we're looking at a $50 fine as soon as I report it."
That's right. He said, as soon as I report it, because he's obviously a man of the law. That's what he needs to do. That was awesome. He goes to practice digging the hole in Bill's yard, and Cotton shows up and says he wants to take him to shoot Christmas tree shooting. Apparently that's something they do every year.
That's a thing. That's a tradition.
Apparently he goes, I love saying ready, set, timber, or ready, aim, timber. And he's like, but my boss already got me a tree. And you see a little bit of jealousy in Cotton. Like he immediately just like, whatever. He does not like that. He goes to leave. And then Peggy gets Hank to ask him if he wants to go to the house groundbreaking. And what do you remember what Cotton says when he says it's for charity?
Oh yeah, the only charity I like is I forget what he was. Some stripper was the
Yeah,
charity that
the
he
only
likes. And he's
charity
going to see her.
he cares about is he works at a strip club, and he's going to see her. But then he does he you could see him like melting, like, okay, I'll go. Like the fact that he asked him. So the dad shows up, but once he gets there, Hank kind of blows him off the moment his boss arrives. And his boss said a line that I did not hear the first time. I went back and watched it again. I did not notice it, because he says, "Oh, this is going to be Arlen Pines, where they're building." I didn't recognize the place without all the tombstones. So they're building this on a cemetery. This whole thing they're building on a gravestone, which I was like, "Oh, that's the beginning of a Poltergeist movie right there." And then the boss is like, "Those two people, they're stealing your tools." He's like, "No, that's Alla and Nievko Lubecki. They're who we're building the house for." Now, do you realize for the rest of the episode, he gets the names wrong?
What is he calling them?
He's calling them by his first name. We're going to the Nievkos. I don't know if that was on purpose.
Yes.
Yes. He keeps saying
Christmas with the Nievkos.
And then at the end, it's like the house for the Lubeckis. That's their actual name, but he says the Nievkos the whole time.
That's right. I didn't catch that.
So they wait a minute. What the fuck did I write here? I'm not editing it. Oh, that's what he says to his boss. "Don't worry, sir. You'll be behind the wheel as soon as I finish repaying your debt to society." And he does not care. But this is the moment where the boss makes a speech. I wrote down the whole speech. He says, "I'm not one to give credit where credit is due." Jesus, I didn't even catch that the first one. But doggone it, this time I just can't help myself. "Hank Hill has been my assistant manager for 20 years. And all that time I've had 2 wives, dozens of mistresses, 5 heart valves, 3 plastic, 2 pig. But I only needed 1 Hank. Merry Christmas, Hank. I'm promoting you to manager." Hank is so overwhelmed with emotion that he says to Mr. Strickland,
"I love you.
I love you." And this is Texas. Nobody takes this, like, they all look at each other like audible gasps. And even like everyone, even I think Bobby was like, "Oh God." And when they came back, Bobby says, "Why did Dad have to act like a woman in front of Grandpa? Grandpa hates women." Like two great jokes kind of put into one. Peggy has this idea to make a photo calendar, but there are no photos of Hank and Cotton smiling. So they decide that's the photo that I texted you today. They take a photo of Cotton smiling, and they're going to Photoshop it on Hank and her's wedding photo to make them look happy. But the funnier joke is what the wedding photo is.
Their handshake.
They'll
look like they're shaking hands.
They're shaking hands. The picture of you shaking hands. Oh, that's a great one. Like, that's what they did at the wedding. Oh,
yes.
That was awesome. We find out that Strickland immediately, like 10 seconds later, took the promotion back, and all his friends are making fun of him. But then that guy,
a demotion. I don't think he's the assistant manager anymore.
That's right. He did say demotion. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then the guy who they're building the house for has made this, just said all these like words. They weren't even making that much sense. But then he says, "God bless America. Everyone's happy. Everyone's pumped up." And they all just go and build the house. But when they get home, Cotton calls and uninvites him for Christmas dinner. So that's when they decide they're going to have Christmas with the Nievkos, even though that, again, that can't be like I saw someone wrote it down under goofs on like some wiki. I'm like, no, that can't be the goof. I think that's the whole point, is that he thinks he's being friendly with these people and he can't even get their name right. At least I think.
No, I think you're right.
But Dee Dee tells Peggy that Cotton actually is just jealous that Hank told his boss that he loved him and not Cotton. So she has this whole plan to bring them over for Christmas dinner. She tricks them into showing up. But once Hank mentions his boss once, Cotton starts ripping the house up, going on a rampage.
Oh,
so
you know what? And Dee Dee was also funny in that scene because she was like, Hank is cruel. And he said he loves Buck when he should say he loves Cotton, and she doesn't just think so. Cotton told her to think so.
That's the line. Cotton told me to think so. That's where it seems like she's almost like medicated. I don't know. It's like she's drunk or something.
She has a vibe.
So Peggy finally wants Cotton to tell him how he feels, and he does. He says, Dad,
I hate you.
I hate you.
That was good.
And he goes, after all the love I allowed your mother to give you. That's his way of, I think that's his way of saying I love you, but it's hilarious that not only it was the mother who gave the love, but it was him who allowed that to happen. I don't understand what happens next, how he got them all out of the house, because they're outside and he's nailing himself in the house. I didn't quite get what happened.
No, I guess maybe we're led to believe that he was so destructive in the house that they had to leave.
They went outside, but you could see this kind of affected Bobby. He doesn't like seeing his dad hate his dad. He's like, you can't really hate your dad. He goes, yeah, well, there's nobody anywhere that says a father and son have to like each other, let alone love each other. And you could see Bobby like, that hurts. So he goes for a walk, and we hear a very familiar voice thinking that Bobby's dropping off Chinese food. At first, like, what did he say? Leave the dim sum or something. Leave it on the steps. But it's former President Jimmy Carter. How did I think? Oh my God! I literally waited to the end to look at the credits to see special guest Jimmy Carter. I just, for some reason, I thought he would do that. That's why I just thought I don't know why. I thought he would do that and be
seems reasonable.
Like, because he's being himself, he's playing himself, and he's being like, he's trying to talk peace, which was his thing, and Habitat for Humanity, which is his thing. But he stumbles across, JC, who's a carpenter who just likes settling disputes. So he ends up talking to Bobby for a minute, and then he says, he goes to see if he can help settle the dispute. Let's take my car. You must be one good carpenter. He's got a limo. I don't know how far he had to go, like one street over. But he's like, he meets Hank, and this was maybe my favorite joke in the whole thing.
Yeah, I think
he says,
enjoyed it too.
I heard you say you hate your father. You know the line I'm talking about where he says hate's a strong word? Oh, he says, well, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's not. Well, at the moment, this is my funniest line. He goes, hate's a strong word, Mr. President. That's why I used it. Yep, hate my dad. I love
that. Was funny. I thought you were going to say when he said, pleased to meet you, sir. You led our country.
That's right. America. He goes, America. That was great too. It's funny because later they make fun of him behind his back. But when he sees a president to his face, it's like, you still were a president. You led our country, America. Like, he is very, very excited about that. So Jimmy goes in to see Cotton. First, he says he wants to meet a veteran. Cotton pats him down and finds a revolver in his ankle because he's like, the Secret Service didn't want me coming in here at all. I thought that was awesome. And he does kind of the peace talks where he's trying to he's talked about Egypt and Israel peace talks. Was the Camp David Accords? He's doing the same thing with them. He's like, now, can you say you don't want them like obliterated off the planet of the earth? That's the big thing where the big win is he gets Cotton and Hank both at least to agree they don't want the other one to not exist.
Right. Did Cotton say not yet or not yes?
Oh, I thought, yeah, he said not yes. He couldn't say no.
He said not yes.
That was his way. Yes. Right. I thought, wait, what did he say? Oh, yes, I see. Because it's his way of not actually saying no.
Saying no, right.
But not yes. So what I love is they actually end up bonding against Jimmy Carter because he's like, well, he goes, why don't we go outside and see your son? He's like, but I still have nails in the gun. And he says, Jimmy actually agrees to let Cotton shoot his bulletproof limo with a nail gun. But when he gets outside, he's like, oh, I didn't really say that. And they call him on it. And he's like, did you actually say that, Jimmy Carter? And I love that he shoots the car up and the nails go through the glass. They go through the car, and he's like, they told me it was bulletproof. Like his look. First you hear oops when he accidentally shoots through the window. You hear Cotton go oops. And he's like, they told me it was bulletproof. Let's get the heck out of here. He gets the hell out of there. Oh, but he only said heck. And then Hank and Cotton bond over the nail gun's PSI. So it's the nail gun that really brought them together. That's a heck of a nail gun. It's like pretty accurate. And Bobby finally says it was amazing. Dad and Grandpa don't hate each other. The Lubeckis got most of their house back, all because Jesus showed up. And they're like, what are you talking about? He's like, that guy, carpenter, worked a miracle. His name was JC, rode in the limo. And this is when they
rode in the limo. Rode in the limo. It's all that.
Like him, you thought that was, and they're like, well, he's nobody but a one-terming peanut farmer. And then Hank, actually, this is another favorite line where Hank goes, man wore a sweater. Like that, like that's the insult. The man wore a sweater. And they walk back into the house together. I feel bad for the Lubeckis, most of all. And then Peggy says, Bobby, that's how I saved Christmas.
Yeah.
I don't know what she did. I guess she let them get together. Bobby actually saved Christmas by letting Jimmy Carter come over, let them talk to each other a little bit, and then let them insult him. And that's what brought them back together. All in all,
it's all about Peggy, though.
It's all, yeah. Well, Peggy thinks it's all, yeah, exactly.
It's always all about Peggy.
Great episode. Another great episode of television.
It really was.
Real great little one-liners in there. And I don't know if I've ever seen the boss before. We didn't get much of his friends.
No.
They were there a little bit.
Dale did say, no booby traps. When he said there'd be no booby traps, he was like, what?
That's right. And he did some crazy flip to like nail in some of the drywall.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that another thing they bonded over the drywall. He's like, you put in some of this. That's pretty good. He's like, I tried this timber instead of this. But then he's like, I figured Buck would like it, and he changed
Buck.
On a dime. He's like,
on a dime. I was like,
this place stinks. Even when he saw the tree, he insulted the tree when he saw that Buck bought it for him. But
yeah, pole of a tree.
Yep. Oh. Just another great episode. And Jason,
I was shocked. I wasn't shocked. I was, when I watched the episode, because I hadn't seen the episode. So I watched the episode and I was like relieved. I was like, okay, this is funny.
Good.
I was wondering. I was like, it's funny.
What I'm looking forward to is what King of the Hill episode we will talk about next year.
We're running low, right? We're going to have to switch soon, I think.
Because we're on, I don't know how many they have. I don't know if they do one every year. Maybe they don't.
I thought they did, but I think some of the ones that I originally thought were Christmas episodes may not be. So they may be one legitimate like holiday episode left. I'll double check, but there may be one left, but there may be up to maybe 3 in addition to that
they seem like it, but they're not.
Yeah,
quite.
But they may not quite be holiday episodes.
Well, I think we know where we need to go here. If we're all done with King of the Hill, it's time to go see that teacher Steve Harvey at his school. Followed by 5 minutes of Nikki.
I hope does Nikki have any it was the shortest podcast she ever did.
She was in the Norm episode. I do know that. It was, in that episode, a guy bought her. They had the Secret Santa. He bought her a $5,000 bracelet because he was in love with her.
Well, that was a good move. I think it's reasonable.
It worked. It didn't work out, but it did soften the. Maybe it opened the door for him. I don't remember. I remember the episode kind of from watching it. I watched that show originally, but it was a good one. But this was a great one. It is available on Hulu and Disney Plus for people who listened to this entire thing and then said, I want to go. I want to go listen to that. Yeah.
You should. And those, I mean, your listeners would have I feel like they have a similar sense of humor and probably find it funny, probably enjoy it. I highly recommend.
I would think so. Absolutely. And
you guys hear from me 10 times. You've heard from me 10 times in the last 7 years. So you can trust me.
There's what's not to trust.
Practically a part of your family.
He's never been wrong yet. He knew that Biff was on coke in Back to the Future Part 2. He knew it. He was totally coked up.
I knew it. He was a coke guy.
Sense. Absolutely.
I'm telling you. Good times.
Oh my God, Jason. Christmas is right around the corner, and I can't thank you enough for joining me again. Before we head out, is there any parting words, anything you want to promote or discuss or anything like that?
Go Pats, man. Go Pats.
Go Pats,
let's
indeed.
Go.
Let's
get a good playoff run. I'm excited for it. I'm here for it.
I'm all in. I am excited as well. I'm exhausted just from staying up late last night. I couldn't fall asleep after that game. That was awesome.
Yeah. I thought we were I was kind of ready. I was kind of bracing for a loss. I was kind of bracing. I was like, okay, it's okay though. It's okay. We're on the road. Baltimore's a good team. and Lamar goes down. I said, all right.
I was like, here we go. And then I was like, uh-oh, that fake punt. I was like, oh, what the hell was that? Oh, no. Luckily, for some reason, Derrick Henry sat out like the last entire quarter almost. For some reason, he didn't go back in at all.
Listen, if they don't want it, you know what I mean? If they don't want to, they don't put out
we'll gladly take it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Absolutely.
Fine. If they don't want to put out their best players, then fine. That's fine. Who am I to complain?
So we'll be enjoying.
That's just fine.
We'll be enjoying a few more days up until Christmas, and we'll be enjoying a few more Patriots games up until the playoffs. Oh, what a wonderful, wonderful time of the year. For me, you can find me on all the socials at Geek Mentality. On Blue Sky, it's Geek Mentality. Oh, yeah, it's there too. On TikTok, it's Geek Mentality, Mike. I'm not editing. On Facebook, it's fans.experts. On YouTube, it's fans.experts. And the website is fans.experts.com. Jason, I can't wait for you to be back in March for your 11th time talking Back to the Future Part 2. And then, who knows, maybe there'll be a Jogist in Jogist. We'll see. If not, whatever I'm doing, you're always welcome back here in the Geek Mentality studio, even though you're backwards in your screen and it makes no physical sense, the fact that you're in the Millennium Falcon, but you're facing the wrong way. Totally cool, which is great on an audio podcast. It's really a great description on an audio podcast. Jason, happy holidays.
Same to you.
Merry Christmas.
Same to you.
Thank you very much.
Your entire family.
Yes, likewise as well. The same for you and your family. And I will be back tomorrow. Jason will be back in March. Until tomorrow, my friends, thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. I'm not editing. One more time. Shit. Here is my theme song.
This is my podcast. I made it. Geek Mentality's what I named it. And I think you should listen and subscribe. 'Cause I'm kinda funny and awesome. I think that I'm worth your time, and I'm kinda handsome. My mom says, please listen and please subscribe. At least listen to this episode.
Fans, not experts.